About the start from your team tonight, and what was the thinking when you went to zone in the second half? What did you think of the way it went for you?
Now, you just asked me enough that I could end the press conference and just talk. Okay. The start was kind of expected. We shot 21% in the first half, and at halftime I said, this is good for us. Let's see who we are. Let's see who's willing to fight. And you know, we went zone and it kind of got us going. But you know, again, and that's what we should use the zone for. But you know, we had too many guys that were just getting beat on the dribble. Too many guys out of position. But that's what happens when you have all freshmen and a couple sophomores. It's exactly what you see. And but I was pleased with the guys. Second half, you win by what you win by. You out rebound them by whatever. You hold them to 40%. We just didn't shoot the ball well. I mean, we missed. I think they told me 15 shots within 2 or 3 feet. And some of it's because they had a shot blocker. And let me say this: Mark has done a great job with that team. Their point guard kind of surprised us. I didn't know that he could get by us and get in a lane like he did. But I was happy with how Wenyan played and competed. 13 rebounds. And again, he goes 3 for 13, and believe me, he missed layup, wide open layup, and stuff happens. What I like is he kept playing. He didn't act like, well, I'm gonna act like I don't care right now. He kept playing, and that's what you have to do. I thought Nick did some good stuff. Kevin kind of seemed out of it. Shea and Quade's a better shooter than he had. Like, again, he missed 3 shots that he usually would make 2 of the 3 because they were wide open. But they double teamed us, and we had just worked on double teaming the post yesterday, folks. And thank goodness we did. We just worked on it. Like, guys, okay, if they happen to double team us, here's what we'll do.
Daryl.
I don't know if concern is the right word, but were you curious when you went on the 18-0 run? It felt like the atmosphere in the building that the game was over, even though it was just 6 points. And were you curious how your team would respond?
I wasn't looking at the score that much. I just right now with this team, I can't be concerned with score. It's, are they playing the right way? Do they have a competitive spirit? Are they fighting? Are they playing through fatigue? Are they doing it together? Or is 1 or 2 guys, do they keep breaking down? And you understand, if 1 or 2 guys keep breaking down, they got to come out. Got to figure it out. And again, we, as hard as I've been on them in practice, I backed up, and I told you I would. Now I'm going to go, attack my dog when I go home. But this is who they are. I cannot. I said Sasha and Wenyan, how about that? Said, you guys have no idea how he coached us early last year. To try to get those guys, it was a different group. This team is different. I've never been this hard on a team in practice since I've been here. It's funny, I mentioned this today. I got a call this morning. Edgar Padilla's son is, who's from Puerto Rico and was there when the storm hit. And his son's going to a prep school in New England. They had to get him out of Puerto Rico. And he went over to see UMass practice, and I said, well, how was it? He said, it was okay. He said, the coach had me talk to the team, and then I talked to the coach by myself with him, and he said, I told him, what you taught us, coach, you defined and redefined what work was. We didn't know. Like, this team is, I'm defining what work is. How about this? A shoot around. They don't know what they think a shoot around is. Let's go shoot hooks. I mean, this is new. And so, one, I've got to teach them, hold them accountable, but I just can't, there's no reason for me to act like they should know and get frustrated or mad when they don't know. I told you, we just did trapping the post yesterday. Thank goodness we did it.
Jack.
Coach, you mentioned in the preseason that Wenyan was a different player. Would he have been able to shake off those missed shots and get 13?
No. And then when he went down that rabbit hole, he was down there. Now he pops back up and he keeps playing, and he has the biggest thing is when I recruited him, I recruited an energy guy, and then he became a perimeter like shooter. Now, you're an energy guy who happens to be able to shoot too. Now, I didn't today, but that's who he is. And we need a bunch of guys. I thought Shea played that way. I thought Quad A tried and did some good stuff. We still would, the communication, there's a lot of stuff lacking. But I'll say it again. When you're playing these kind of games and you shoot 21%, you're not going to be, it doesn't matter who we play. I mean, and this team, Utah Valley, they're going to win their share of games now. They're big. We missed a lot of shots because of the big guy. Their guard play, they've got a couple guys that are out that can shoot, but 11 can shoot. They're legit.
Terry on left.
John, how much better are your guys when they can get out in transition? And how much are they going to have to, over the course of the season, become much better in the half court?
Well, how do you get, if we're good in transition, how do you get in transition? Right, and we're trying to tell them. And we got a couple guys keep breaking down, and it only takes one guy to break down. You got to swarm defensively, and I kept telling them, we came to the huddle, I said, you understand, we're doing this with defense, not zone defense, defense. And whether it's man or zone, this is who you have to be so we can go and play in the open court. I thought at the end where I made them grind it out, I thought they did all right. I thought Hami played pretty good. I thought if that's who Hami is every night, we're going to be fine. Now, defensively, he's got a long way to go. But he's now saying, Coach, tell me how you want me to play offensively. And he's playing that way.
That's confident.
Cal, first of all, is Quad A healthy? And if he is, how much of his role tonight was about him versus how Shea was playing defensively?
No, the only reason, and I called him in today, and I called Wenyon in today, and I just said, look, we basically got 7 starters. And it may be game to game. I may start different guys next game. We got 7 guys, I mean, that are playing. And then you have Sasha, who I thought did good stuff today, could have played a little bit more. But Kevin Knox probably played too many minutes, and Shea probably played too many minutes. They probably needed 6, 7 less minutes, but some of it was some other guys weren't playing well. We had to take them out. But I thought Quad A, 21 minutes, he probably deserves another 5, 6 minutes. But you know what else I told him? Don't matter who starts. People are evaluated by who finishes the game, and who finished the game for us. Quad A. Because he can make free throws, he can make decisions. He'll talk. He's very, very vocal. He's going to be fine.
Coach, was Utah Valley what you expected coming in, or did they show a little bit more than what?
I knew they would be veteran team and older players, and I knew they had a good run at the end of last year to where they built their confidence. We didn't know their guard play would be as good or as fast, and they were able to run by us now. We got, our guards are pretty good, but those guys were able to fly by us. So, but we knew about their size. I mean, I watched their scrimmage, and I thought they did really good in that game against Dixie.
Two-part question, John. Can you estimate how much you've used zone over the years, and given the youth of this team, are you likely to use it a lot more as the season progresses?
I probably am, but let me say this first of all. I mean, I've had seasons where we've not played one down a zone, and I've had seasons where we play one team zone because they struggle against zone. The issue becomes I have a responsibility to teach these kids how to play pick and roll defense, how to stay in front of people, man to man. I mean, from here on, there is no more zone. I mean, they're going to have to learn. But I also have a responsibility to win. So I'll play as much as I have to win a game. I mean, I'm not, and what happened was we had a group of 5 who we've been working with in the zone. But when I subbed, we weren't as good in the zone. So basically you have 5 guys, and then it's okay, how many minutes can you play with those 5 in a zone? Can you get through 2 timeouts and play 6, 7 minutes? If we played 7 minutes today in the zone, would you say that's more than we played all of last year?
Pretty close to it.
And the second thing is, I never clapped or cheered as much in a game either. More this game than all of last season. Whatever this team needs, I'm going to have to do. We're young, we're long, there's just so much we have to do. And part of this early is going to be about survival. We survived this game, survived it. Now we got Vermont, who cannot wait. I heard they were doing backflips in their rooms watching this game. They're a two-time NCAA team last 2 years, and all their players are back. You don't think they can wait to come in here when they saw what they saw? So that one Sunday afternoon is gonna be even harder